Hello and welcome back to Learn Java on Codecademy. We are in the data structure section, lesson for loop. When you provide a set of instructions and a method, you might find that a common task is to manipulate an entire set of data. Java conveniently provides control statements to run a task repeatedly. The control statement we will explore is called the for loop. The for loop repeatedly runs a block of code until a specified condition is met. The example below shows how a for loop is used. So we have our for loop here, then int counter is initialized to 0. We have, as long as 0 is less than 5, we're going to increment counter. We're going to increase it. So it starts at 0 and then we'll go to 1, 2, 3, 4 and stop there because 5 is not less than 5. So this down here will print the counter value is 0 first, then 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then stop. The statement within the parentheses of for loop composes the following parts. Initialization, the int variable named counter is initialized to the value of 0 before the loop is run. 2. The test condition, the Boolean expression counter less than 5 is a conditional statement that is evaluated before the code inside the control statement is run every loop. If the expression evaluates to true, the code in the block will run. Otherwise, if the expression evaluates to false, the for loop will stop running. So 3. Increment. Each time the loop completes, the increment statement is run. The statement counter plus plus increases the value of counter by 1 after each loop. In the example above, the for loop initially executes the code block in the sample code above because the initial value of counter is less than 5, which passes the test condition. The value of counter is then incremented by 1 in the increment. The code block will execute again because counter is still less than 5. The cycle will continue until counter is no longer less than 5. Please note that similar to the if-then statement, no semicolon is necessary. So, instructions. The for loop in the code editor is currently missing the 3 statements required to execute the code in the block. Finish the loop by typing. We have for loop int waterLevel is assigned 0. Then we say waterLevel less than 7, increase waterLevel. WaterLevel less than 7, increase waterLevel. Leave the rest of the code inside of the for loop as is. This actually already looks done for us. They just added a for loop within the main class. Let's see if this works. So we did pass it. It says finish the for loop by typing, but it was already done. Not sure if your guys' watching is already done, but mine was. So the important thing to take from this is the for loop and what it does. It allows us to continue to execute code as long as a condition is met. You got to be careful though, you might end up with an infinite loop which will cause you to have to exit out of your program. Here we're saying as long as our initial value waterLevel 0 is less than 7, we want to continue incrementing waterLevel. Sooner or later this will be 7 and then it will no longer be true and it will break out of the loop. But as long as you get that was the for loop on Learn Java's data structure section for loop. Like, share, subscribe if you found this helpful, and I'll see you guys on the next lessons.